Rob follows two characters in Florida. Terry Jones, who was planning to burn the Koran or put the Koran on trial. So he's on one side of this issue, and then the other side I had Robert Stackhouse, who the film is named after, who's a southern white man who converted to Islam about 20 years ago.
It says in the Quran, you kill one innocent person, you kill all of humanity. You save one innocent person, you save all of humanity. And things like that. Why would people think that Islam is a violent religion?
Robert Stackhouse just touched me immediately as someone who was very thoughtful and had a perspective on Islam that is pretty rare, I think, because, for people who are born into it, we have a certain way of perceiving it, and I think to him it was something else, and I just loved that point of view and who he is.
Yeah, the Lord sign, this is our sign announcing the International Judge of the Quran Day.
Terry Jones is the pastor of a small church in Gainesville, Florida. They call themselves the Dove Outreach Center. I encountered him, actually I was working on a project that was about Islamophobia, and I've discovered that there's this pastor down in Florida who wants to burn the Quran. This was back in the summer of 2010, and I was intrigued and wanted to know more about it, so I got in touch with him. At this point, it wasn't a national story. It was a small blog entry and something that in that sort of circle people knew about, but it hadn't gone into a large story just yet. In the U.S., where we have certain figures who are kind of exploiting this issue, I wanted to go behind just the headline and kind of see why are they doing this and who are they, and I wanted to just show, kind of uncover, who are these people who are sort of driving the rhetoric of Islamophobia.
We are still convinced that the Quran is an evil book. It does lead to terrorism. It does lead to these things. The Quran is accused around the world by many people, not only to us. This is their opportunity for the Quran to go to trial and say, no, what you all believe is wrong. Your interpretation is wrong. Those verses do not mean that. They mean this. The Quran is a book of peace. This is, I believe, a very fair way and an American way to prove someone's guilt or innocence.
The participants in the trial, you had the 12-member jury. 10 of those people were actually church members from Terry Jones's congregation. And then we had the prosecuting attorneys who were former Muslims who had converted to Christianity, and they were coming to try this case against the Quran. And then you had the defense attorney who was a Sudanese cleric. He was there to sort of put this new interpretation of the Quran forward, and he was talking in a totally different space, I think. But it was an interesting confluence of motivations because everybody was kind of coming there with their own agenda. So I think, unfortunately, it was a bit of a circus in that sense.
We as Muslims need to start understanding the Quran better. And we need to share our knowledge of the Quran with those that don't know about Islam. We can't stay silent anymore about what true Islam is.
Terry Jones, who literally has a book called Islam is of the Devil, so this is his perception from one side. And then for Robert Stackhouse, it's really been a salvation, and it's been the most positive thing in his life, and spiritual, and also in his own relationship with his wife and them discovering Islam together in a deep way. It's many things to many people. You can never really just find this one idea of what Islam is, and that there's just so many different concepts of it. And that's why I wanted to really document it.